Us tonight, I'm Brian Mastery.
And I'm Erin Sullivan. We'll get into our top 6 headlines in just a moment. But first, this breaking story into our newsroom within the last hour. The Supreme Court is extending an order blocking full SNAP payments.
Jacqueline Fernandez joins us live from the Alert Center. She's been following the decision. Why was this decision made, Jacqueline?
Brian, Aaron, an end to the government shutdown is likely on the way, which means food and payments will resume. So that's the logic behind today's reasoning. But this does leave SNAP recipients in limbo for at least a few more days. Some SNAP recipients have received their full monthly allocations, while others have received nothing. Reopening the government would restart the program that helps 42 million Americans buy groceries. Now, still, it's unclear how quickly full payments will resume. The Senate did approve the bill to end the shutdown, and the House could vote on that bill as soon as tomorrow, something we're all keeping our fingers crossed for, of course. Brian.
Thanks, Jacqueline. Now to our top 6 headlines at 6. House Speaker Mike Johnson calling representatives back to Washington. This after the Senate passed a funding bill that could end the government shutdown. Johnson has kept the chamber out of session for nearly 2 months. House vote on the deal could come as soon as tomorrow.
Now, despite progress on ending the government shutdown, the FAA ramped up flight cancellations. Now 6% of flights across 40 major airports. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says it could take a while, even after the government reopens, for air traffic to get back to normal.
Thank you for your service. Thank you very much.
Across the country and here in the metro, America celebrating its veterans, thanking those who came home and remembering those who did not.
UNL's chancellor has announced a final plan laying out how the campus will cut $27.5 million from its budget. The plan would axe 4 academic departments, cut faculty positions, and combine programs. We'll show you who exactly is impacted in just a few minutes.
A Kansas county agreed to pay more than $3 million and apologize over a law enforcement raid on a small town newspaper. It was in 2023, and the raid was on the offices of the Marion County Record. It sparked an outcry over press freedoms.
Since 2021, more than 150 kids with mobility challenges have found help at a UNO research lab. Researchers at Gait Analysis Lab use cutting-edge tech to help reduce pain and keep kids playing the sports they love. We'll show you one boy's journey later on in the broadcast.
Well, we're on first alert for a